Thank you for this opportunity to introduce you to our citizen article number 45, Indigenous Peoples Day, on the second Monday of October. My name is Fran Ludwig, and I've lived in Lexington for about 50 years. As a Lexington science teacher and environmentalist in town, I've had a long life interest in Native American wisdom and values. Stephanie,
Hello, I'm Stephanie Stonefish Ryan. I'm also a Lexington resident. I'm an enrolled member of the Delaware Nation. I grew up in New York City, and my background's in film and television. In the photo, next to me is Pastor Brent Miracle. He's a Lexington resident also. He grew up in the Akwesasne territory of the Mohawk Nation, and you may be familiar with him from the Lexington Interfaith Thanksgiving services.
right. In Lexington, we are so interested in history. And in that spirit, we want to acknowledge that right now we are on Indigenous land, the ancestral land of the Massachusetts and the Pawtucket tribes. This map shows that many tribes inhabited Massachusetts and cared for this land for thousands of years before Europeans arrived.
60% of our food has indigenous origins. For instance, potatoes, tomatoes, corn, squash, beans, maple sugar, and chocolate. Government. Even the structure of our government is Native influenced. The framework of government in the Haudenosaunee-Iroquois Confederacy is said to have had inspired Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and other founders as they wrote the Constitution. No models of democratic systems except for this one could be found. The founders adopted the Iroquois nation symbol, the bald eagle, as the new nation's national symbol.
I believe that Indigenous values are ones that we try to emulate here in Lexington. I appreciate all of these, but the one that really resonates with me is that we humans have a mutual relationship with Mother Earth. The earth provides all that we need to survive: air, water, and land. To be in harmony, we must care for the environment that sustains us and all other living things. Our actions will be judged by how they affect future generations, even to the seventh generation. That's the definition of sustainability. I believe that Lexington's sustainability policies and concern for our kids and grandkids reflect this Indigenous value. Let's hear from some young men in that future generation.
Here's some Lexington youth. This is my son, Lincoln, who's also Delaware. And he says, as a Native person and Lexington resident, I would feel proud if Lexington recognized Indigenous Peoples Day. It would also affect the next 7 generations. Here we have Pastor Brent and his son, Alunideka. Alunideka says, recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day will be great for the people of Lexington to see that my family and I are real. Here we have more Native people in today's world. In the lower left is Secretary of Interior Deb Haaland. Native people are still here in Massachusetts. Here in this slide on the upper left, we have the Pogapog seal, a Massachusetts tribe. The lower left is a flyer of a social that's at the North American Indian Center of Boston. And then in the lower right, you might recognize her, Joan Lester, the Lexington resident. She wrote a book, We're Still Here, on present day Native American art in New England.
So we know that many Massachusetts towns celebrate Indigenous peoples right now, including our neighbors, Arlington, Bedford, Belmont, Brookline, Boston, Cambridge, Newton, Somerville, Wellesley, and Watertown. And we would like Lexington to be on that list. We know that many states celebrate Native American heritage in celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day. And we would like Massachusetts to be on that list as well. If many towns in Massachusetts adopt Indigenous Peoples Day, it's much more likely that our state will become a state that celebrates as well. And just to clarify, we support celebrating our state-declared Italian American Heritage Month in October, but we also propose that the second Monday of October shall henceforth be commemorated in Lexington as Indigenous Peoples' Day in honor of the resilience and contributions of Indigenous peoples in our town, in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and our country. So this article, number 45, asks the town to rename the second Monday of October to Indigenous Peoples' Day. And this article has been endorsed by State Representative Michelle Socolo, the Lexington Human Rights Commission, and the Lexington School Committee, and many members of the Italian Americans for Indigenous Peoples' Day who live in town. We thank you for your attention and we hope for your support.
Annie Chic.